This is Meri at the.meri.atelier, and today is Friday, April the 21st. Welcome to my desk. It's my Friday night stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, well, while I'm waiting for folks to come in, let me talk about what we're going to do tonight. When more people get in here, I want to do a list. I think we enjoy the list because we can communicate with each other. Let me get to my channel and come in here and set things up while I'm waiting for folks to come in. I've got an ad. Let me skip that. Let me fix the quality. Hi, Mina. Let me go to 720. And Melody, hello, hello. Welcome, ladies. And I'm going to post this right off the bat, so it'll be in there. I'm setting up a new rule on my channel. Let me pin it so that folks that come in. I don't want people coming in here and sharing online sales auctions unless they talk to me privately first. That's just about it. That doesn't mean you can't, if you're a mod, if you want to drop a link to another channel, you can certainly do that. But please avoid the online sales auctions place, any place that's selling as a business. I'm going to bear down on that just a little bit more. So I posted that message. Who's in here? Hi, Linda. Good to see you, Linda. And Lori. Hi, Lori. And Melody. Yeah, I'm feeling much better. My shoulder still hurts a little, and but I'm not doing quite as much coughing and sneezing. You might hear me cough a little tonight, but not too much. So tonight, I want to do a list when we get more folks in here. And I want to work on using some of these images. And what I'm going to do, let's see, I was working on postcards this morning. I don't want to work on those. What I want to do is set some of these up as a shadow box. Look, something like this. Look, isn't this cool? Look what they've done here. And, you know, they've even put the tape measure around there. So I want to do a shadow box type thing. So what I thought I would do is start out with a red piece of paper here. Well, I could almost use the brown and the black to start out with. Let's pull the brown, and I'll just keep this out. And this will become my frame. And then the black, what I'm going to do here is do little squares, and I might need more than one sheet of black. Now this is 8.5 by 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's 8.5 by 11. Well, if I take a ½ inch off of each side, especially the side, because I think I'll bind it. So I'll take a ½ inch off here and maybe a 1/4 inch over here. So that would be, no, I'll take a ½ inch off of each side, because that'll be an inch. So that would be 7.5. Wait, I have to draw this out. Oh, I'm laughing at Meri and her arithmetic. Meri and her arithmetic. Let me get a piece of paper out here. Oh, of course it's on the bottom. Pull it out like a tablecloth from the bottom here. All right. get a pen or a pencil. So a 1/2 inch out here, 1/2 inch, and 1/2 inch out here. So that makes this 7.5. So if I have a 1/4 inch in here, a 3 inch there, and a 3 inch there would be 6. If I have a 3.5 inch and 3.5 inch, just 2 of them, that's 7. And a 1/2 inch in here. Well, that's quite a bit, 1/2 inch in here. So I think I'll make this 3/4 of an inch because I want to punch. Whatever. So if I make this 3/4 of an inch, that 3.5 and that 3.5, and make this a 1/4 inch. So that would be an inch, and make this a 1/2 inch. I think that'll work because 3.5 and 3.5 would be 7, and oh no, I'm getting 11, aren't I? 4 would be 11. Wait, not 1 inch there, not 7. 7 inch here. That's 8. 3.5 and 3.5, and 1/2 over here. So let's not make this 3/4. Let's go back to a 1/2 inch here. I have to make it at least a 1/2. So a 1/2, that's 3/4, and a 1/2 here. That would be 1. And this would be 7, and I'm ending up with a 1/2 in there again. I don't want a 1/2. I have to figure this out. My arithmetic online is horrible. So I want a 1/4 in here for sure, and 3.5 and 3.5. So that's 7 and a 1/4. And that leaves me, from 8, that leaves me 3/4 of an inch, right? That leaves me 3/4. So if I make this a 1/2 and this 1/4, does that do it? 7 and 1/4, and 3/4. That leaves me 8. Doesn't look right to me. Let's make this 3/4. 3/4. That's 7 and a 1/4. That's 3/4. So that would be 8, and that leaves me with 1/2 over here. I guess that's could be right. All right, let's do my arithmetic again. Make sure I've got my arithmetic right. So 7.5 and 7.5 would be, 3.5 and 3.5 would be 7. I want a 1/4 in here, so that's 7 and 1/4. I want 3/4 over here, so that would be 8 and a 1/2 over here. I think that would do it. Seven and a 1/2. I got 7 and a 1/4. That's the problem. 8 and 3/4. 7 and a, oh, I see where I got the 4th. Hold on. 7 and 1/4. And 3/4 and a 1/2. So that's 1 and a 4th. 1 and 1/4. So that's only 8. I hate my arithmetic. 7 and a 4th. I got that. And that leaves me 8 minus 7 3/4 leaves me 8 minus 7 1/4. That's 4/4. That leaves me 3/4. 7 1/4. 8 1/2. I was taking it from 8. 8 1/2 minus 7 1/4. My arithmetic is horrible, you guys. So that becomes 7. And that's 1 1/2. So I'm borrowing 1 from there. So that's 1 1/2. 1 1/4. 1/4 leaves me with 1 1/4. So if I make this 3/4 and that's 1/2, that should work. Seven 1/4. And 7 1/4 and 1 1/4. That would leave me 1 1/2. 1/4 here, 1/2 here, 3 1/2 and 3 1/2, and how much did I say there? 3/4. So that's 1 1/2, 1 1/2, and 7 1/2, 7 1/4, 7 1/4, and 3/4, and 1/2 is 1 1/4. So that leaves me 8 1/2. That's what I want. 3 1/2, 3 1/2, 1/4, 3/4, and 1/2. We'll cut it and see what I have. This is going to become border. Now this way, let's put that for width. This way is 11 inches. So if I make these square, this is just for this page. This is just to get me started. So if I make it 7, but then I want a 1/4 in here, so that would be 7 1/4 again from 11. 11 minus 7 1/4. We're going to make 3/4, maybe 3 3/4, and that should work if I make this. But you know what? I did not leave a border up here. I need a border up here and a border down there. Let me turn it over. So this here, I need a border here, and we're just going to make it a 1/4. And whoops, I wrote it on this. My arithmetic's horrible, but eventually I get it. 1/4 up here and 1/4 down here. So that's 1/2. This is 11. So that leaves me 10 1/2. If I make it 3 1/2 and 3 1/2, that's 7. So that leaves me 3 1/2, which should work. A 1/4 here and a 1/4 there. That's 1/2 from 11. So that leaves me 10 1/2. And then if I do 3 1/2, 3 1/2, a 1/4, 3 1/2, and a 1/4, and 3 1/2. So that's 9, 3 1/2. That's 9, 9 1/2, 10, right? 9, 10, and there's a fourth there and a fourth here. So that's 3, 6, 9, 10. And then I got these two here. So that leaves me 10 and a half. I think I got it. So I want 1/4 here, 3 and a half, 1/4 here, 3 and a half, 1/4 here, 3 and a half, and 1/4 down there. So 1, 2, 3 and a half here. 1, 2, 3. I think I got it. We're going to cut it and see. So what I'm going to start out doing, we'll see. I'm going to start out cutting these squares at 3 and a half. We can at least do that. And this is going to be a very simple one to start. It's going to be 3 down and 2 across. And I might have to go to making these smaller. Forgive my arithmetic online, but I eventually get it. 3 and a half. And I want to welcome everybody who's coming in. So that's at 3 and a half. Try to get this as straight as possible. So there's 3 and a half. And I want it 3 and a half this way. Hold on to your seat, Mary. So there's 1. And I could probably make these smaller, but for me starting out, 2 and 3. And that would be, because I got a 1/2 inch left. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see if I got this right. Now let's do the other 3 and a half. I might have to adjust my arithmetic. I should have figured this out offline, not embarrass myself online, but hey, how much more embarrassment can I take? 3 and a half. Ooh, that's 4 and a half. 3 and a half. And 3 and a half. And we'll just do these and see how I can place them on there. If I have to make a skinnier one or a bigger one, so be it. So what I was going to do was place these. Let me get all this stuff off of my desk here. I was sorting out papers. I was sorting out papers before I came on. But I want the brown one. So what I want to do is kind of put these, what did I say, 3/4 of an inch and a 1/4 down. So right about here and here. And I'm not sure that I'm going to get all of these on. Here. Here. Yeah, these are just, I'm going to have to move this up a little to get these on. I might have to cut these down just a little. They're a little bit, they fit horizontally. They don't fit here. So if I take a 1/4 inch off of each one, they should fit. Let's try it. And I'll just eyeball it to get it to fit. I got to work my arithmetic out better. But this is just me playing anyway. I'm going to take a 1/4 inch. So I'm going to make it 3 1/4. They fit okay. but I want them square. I want them square, so we'll just take a 1/4 inch off and see how that works. So it's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And my pieces may not be the same, but oh, it doesn't have to be perfect anyway. 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. We didn't come in, Meri, to watch you do your dumb arithmetic and mess yourself up right at the start. We're going to do a list tonight. I think I'll enjoy the list. I think it's a good list topic, but maybe you guys won't. I don't know. Let me do 3 1/4 here. Oops. Three and a 1/4. And I'll have to work this out better on my other pages. This is just the start of it. And I think this is going to become a journal. And I think that I'm going to make the pages 8 1/2 by 11, because those other pages that, I'm not getting it cut clear good. Those other pages that I have that I can't bear to cut, I think I'm going to put those in between these. And you'll see what I mean later. I call these two-dimensional shadow boxes. I've done shadow box before, but this is a good way to highlight your fussy cuts, and I've been doing a lot of fussy cutting. Now, let's see how this works. And what did I do here? All right, so I'm going to put it, now this will be smaller. Let's put them this way first. And I think these will fit. Looks like yeah, these fit better. But they'll be different up in here. But not so bad. I think I'm going to move this over just maybe to the inch mark, because I'm going to put holes in here. So I'm going to make it 1 inch over here and maybe about a 1/2 inch there. A 1/2 inch there. And like that. That works a lot better. 3 1/4 works a lot better. So that's how it's going to be for this page. And I might do a couple pages like this. But I'm going to stop and look at chat because I haven't welcomed everybody in. Ooh, I took my trash sack out. Let me get another trash sack. I threw away my trash after chat this morning. Okay. Tearing up a receipt here. Okay, let me come out and look at chat now that I've messed all that up. Hi, Barbie Barnum. Welcome, welcome. You lost count, just drink. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Calico Kate. Hi, Rachel. Is she going to think this is funny? What were you counting? Were you trying to count with me doing my head arithmetic? That would be funny. Rachel says, Dee Dee, this is far more fun. Oh, did Dee Dee come in here while I was trying to figure things up? Oh, no. Rachel said, please know I love and respect Meri. I hope she loves it. I hope she knows I love and respect her. Uh-oh. I think all she had to do was fold the papers. Well, I got to a good conclusion on my own. I know my arithmetic was not all that great, but let me zoom out a little. You guys weren't seeing the whole thing, were you? All you had to do, Dee Dee said, was fold up the paper. Meri, fold up the paper. It's still, let me tip my camera. Yeah, Meri does this. I'm actually not bad at math. It's just when I'm online, right? So I'll line these up when I put them on there. I should draw some lines. I should draw some lines, but I'll just line them up when I put them on. I'm not ready to put them on yet. What did you say, Rachel? What Barbie says, no, this is the simple method, Dee Dee. Better buckle up if it gets hard. Mina's here. Rachel's here. Joyce. Hi, Joyce. What did Dee Dee say? Has she read chat yet? What do you guys, are you guys giving me a hard time with my math? Allie K is here. Rachel says, Tommy Joe, so sorry. I've been renaming everyone with my typos. Aw. Dee Dee says she's back. Tommy Joe, it's good to see you. Tommy Joe, hi. She says hi to all the mods and a big thumbs up. Allie K is here. Allie K and Mina and Lori, Pink Girly. Thank you guys for modding for me. Sherry, hi Sherry. Drink, drink, Barbie says. Rachel says, Becky, every time Meri says a fourth, we say 1/4, we say, or take a drink at 3/4 and have to wave to our PJ owns over our head, our cell phones, and to wave our cell phones over our head. Tommy Joe says, happy Friday, Meri, Nina. Phone. Becky says, even looking back on chat, I have no idea what you were all talking about. Becky, I was doing math on my own tonight. Becky usually helps me out with my math. Well, and I've got it here, so I'm going to make them three and a fourth. But I want them different sizes, but this size will be good. But for right now, since I have all your attention, before I lose you guys to the weekend, let's do a list. Let's do a list. I'm looking forward to doing the list tonight. Let me grab some paper. And I might need a couple more sheets knowing you guys. You look like you're in a good mood tonight. All right. And what I want to do for the list, let me get a writing pen out here. What was I writing with this morning? It was a good one. I probably buried it under everything. It was here this morning. Let me take this off. I'll tell you guys, I need to get in here in the worst way. I need to get in here in the worst way. Where's my... I need a decent pen here. These are fine point. Where's my pens? These are fine point. I can tell because they're flat bottom. I'm looking for a decent pen to write with. Let's try. Well, let's just do this one. Hopefully you guys can see it. What I want to do, these are what I call group lists. And what I want is, I want you to tell me and I kind of got this from Becky from the prompts. She said, stamp with a household item. Now, I don't want just things you can stamp with. I want to know, in your household, in your home, most of you control the household goods and everything. In your home, what is your favorite, or I'm going to use favorite, but it doesn't have to be favorite. What is a household item that you really like. And you can have more than one. What is your favorite? Can't even write. I guess I'm still not up to par yet. What is your favorite household item? And I'll give you an example. I have a vegetable peeler, and maybe you guys have these too. And it's got a little handle like this, and then it has kind of like a little fork type prong on it, little square prong on it, and it's got the peeler up here, and you can just take it and I can peel those potatoes rather than going shoot, 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 shoot. I can just go shoot, 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 you know? And that is a household item that I really like. What is your favorite household item? And it doesn't have to be just one. You could say like my Dyson vacuum cleaner, or you can say something you can stamp with. Hair rollers. Becky sent me some hair rollers to stamp with. So that's my, hi Sherry. I want to say hello to everybody I didn't get hello said to. I didn't go all the way up because you guys were making fun of my math, so I stopped. Did Kimberly come in here? Did I see Kimberly? No, it was Melody and Nashua. Hi Nashua and Linda Rins and Mina and Pink Girly. All right, let me go down to the bottom of chat. Top chat. Toilet paper, Rachel says. All right, I'm just going to start writing them down here. A calculator, Dee Dee says. Dee Dee, I'm going to put it in here. Dee Dee says, I kind of like the calculators. It helps Meri do your math. Top of the deodorant stick you pull off. Deodorant stick top. And then I'm going to say pull off. Why do you like that? Who said that? Sherry Van? Why do you like the top that you pull off? Why do you like the top of a deodorant stick that you pull off? Thank you, Allie K. The topic is household items you really like. Barbie's laughing at Dee Dee because she said calculator. Cookie cutters. Cookie cutters. And I'm going to put mine in, my vegetable peeler, because it helps me get the job done fast. I get that potato peeled in no time at all. Hot pads. Hot pads. Rachel said toilet paper. Toilet paper. Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. What would we do without toilet paper? Now, is that your favorite household item, your toilet paper? My stoneware frying pan, Becky says. Now there, that's making sense to me. Stoneware frying pan. Hot pot, Nina says, her hot pot. Is that like a slow cooker, a hot pot? Rachel said toilet paper. Becky said my stoneware frying pan. Barbie says, we love you, Meri. We just don't like to see you do your math. Coffee pot. Coffee pot. I can see why you really like that. Except I'm thinking I have a drip coffee maker. You know, it's kind of an old-fashioned, well, it's not really too old-fashioned, but it stands about 12 inches high and it's round. And, you know, you have to put the little piece in and the little cup and put the filter on it, and then you fill the top of it. It's a drip coffee maker. But I'm thinking about getting me just a 1 cup. What are they? The K-cups. And just get 1 cup. That's what I'm thinking about. Let's see. Tea kettle. Tupperware citrus peeler. Tupperware citrus peeler. I can see why you like that. You peel those oranges and everything, you get that inside pith underneath your fingernails. Tea kettle. I should be asking why you guys like these things. I stamp with it. It's an oval. Oh, to stamp with. Okay. To stamp with it because it's an oval. It's oval. See, Sherry told me why she likes it. Ice maker. I can go for that. We're going to be having iced tea. Last year, our freezer started making the horrible stink, and I was telling everybody about it. I don't know. It quit doing that, but it would affect the ice cubes. And so my brother has a tabletop ice maker that he would make his ice for his styrofoam thing when he goes fishing. And so I started using that. It's just a tabletop one, and you have to pour the water in, and it churns and churns and turns out ice cubes. A large hardcover book that I use as a lap desk for writing. Okay, a large hard cover book. She uses it as a laptop for writing. $14. I got the tea kettle, didn't I? Did I get the tea kettle? Yeah. My Bucky's stainless steel tumbler. Bucky's, BUC-EES, stainless steel tumbler. Isn't it interesting how we like different things? Look at all these things. A calculator, a deodorant top oval one that you can pull off the stamp with, a cookie cutters, vegetable peeler, hot pads, toilet paper. I giggle over that one. Stoneware frying pan, hot pot, coffee pot, Tupperware citrus peeler, a tea kettle, an ice maker, a hardcover book that she uses for writing, and a stainless, is that stainless steel? Stainless steel tumbler. Oh, and you know what I like? I use it every day. This is Pioneer Lady jar with the lid when you drink from the top. And like I said, I drink about 3 of these every day. I sip on them. And then I guess I should say the third one I leave by my bed at night. And I get real thirsty at night. And all I have to do is reach over and take a sip. So I'm going to put my stainless steel mason jar. My stainless, not stainless steel. What did I want to say? My mason jar with lid and straw. I use that to drink water out of because I don't spill it that way. I'm so accident prone. Antique pastry blender, Becky says. Ooh, that's cool. Antique pastry blender. You know, we are fortunate to have so much of this stuff in our life, aren't we? And I think I can write on the back of this. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I can count. I can't do math that well, but I can number my numbers online. All right, we're ready for, Sherry said, it's the piece you throw away from a new deodorant stick. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. She's talking about her deodorant topper. For Becky, her sewing machines. So I don't put Becky's sewing machines. Rachel's answering for you, Becky. Becky's sewing machines. Becky has, what is it, an industrial strength? That one is it a Singer that's all metal? Is that an industrial sewing machine or is it just all metal? I don't know if it's industrial or not. I know Shannon Green has an industrial one. Becky said her rolling pin. Leah says, Sherry's laughing at Joan. What did Joan say? Did I miss Joan? Mina, Sherry. I don't see Joan. I'm missing her. Brenda says, her Bucky stainless steel tumbler keeps coffee hot for several hours. Rolling pin. Sherry said, low Joan, and I don't see a Joan. Leah says her KitchenAid mixer. And you know, I always wanted one of those, and I never bought one because they were always like $300 or $400. And then when I came down here to stay with my brother, he's got one sitting right out there on his kitchen counter. Yep, I didn't have to buy one after all. Dee Dee says, this isn't because of the math, Rachel. It was that we were all drinking. It was all that drinking. Tammy Jo says a garlic press. What were you drinking, Dee Dee? It's Friday night. Sewing machine and serger. And we're going to put in serger. Sherry says, I like my Shark Ion robot vacuum. Shark Ion, I-O-N, robot. Is that like one of those little round things that runs around, picks up all your dirt on your rug? I was thinking we should have one of those. Hot pot for heating water fast. Oh, is that what the hot pot is? It heats your water really fast. A potato smasher. Potato smasher. Do you have one of those old-fashioned ones that go like this, and then it's got the little curly cues like that at the end? Your potato smasher. Like that. And this, of course, is the handle. Potato smasher. Hi, Riri. Welcome, Riri. It's good to see you. Dee Dee likes her heat gun. I put Dee Dee here. Started to put Dee Dee. I want heat gun. She can't live without that heat gun. I'll bet Dee Dee could, though. You know, Dee Dee, I have the same kind of heat gun I think you do. And mine's probably just about as messy as yours. But you know, they quit making these. Doris went out of business. They were bought out by another company. I went to look for one of these because mine has a short and a cord here. It works most of the time, but sometimes it doesn't. And Doris got bought out and they stopped selling these. Now that was 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe even a month or so ago. 2 months ago. And yeah, I might have to get me a super hot heat gun. I don't know if I want one that hot though. Brenda says, my 60-some-odd-year-old Riverware pots. 60-year, about 60-year, we're just going to put 60-year old Revere. That Revere ware is pretty good, isn't it? Revere ware pots. KitchenAid mixer. Did I get that? Oh, it's up here. I got that already. They were laughing at Dee Dee. They're saying hello to Riri. Cast iron skillet. Cast iron skillet. Well, let's put it up here. Cast iron skillet. I have some in Wisconsin that belonged to my mother, and I didn't bring the skillet down here with me, so I went out and bought one. And I was so proud that I bought like an 8-inch or 9-inch one. And I was showing it to my brother, and he said, "What'd you buy that for?" I got one down below in the bottom of the oven. I'm going, "Well, I didn't know you had that." Keurig, yeah. Coffee maker. I think Rachel's just answering me. I said the little K-cup thing, but I'm going to put the Keurig coffee maker. I think I'm going to get me one of those. It's on my radar. And then I won't have, because you can buy the little K-cups filters. You don't have to buy the K-cups themselves, and you can put your own cup in the filter, and then you just, dump out the filter when you're done and rinse it out. You don't have to clean the coffee pot. I have to clean my coffee pot every time. Of course, that's probably good for me to take the time and clean it, but they're saying hello to Riri. Cast iron skillet may be better pick. I got that. Ninja foodie. Hi, the.meri. I'll call you another Dee. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I think it's French though. the.meri. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Ninja foodie. I'm not sure what a ninja foodie is. Is that one of those juicers? Ninja foodie, like a blender type thing. Only it's stronger than a blender. Wait till she tries to measure those boxes to fit all this in. No, this will just go in my journal as a list. I usually just fold these up and fold it up like this, Dee Dee, and I'll fold it like this, and I put a pocket in my little journal, and I slip it in like that. Although it would be a challenge to find all this stuff, wouldn't it? I don't know if I want to do that or not, though. Kathy Calico Kate, did I say hello to you? And there's Barbie Barnum here. Microwave. Yeah, we can't live without our microwave. We use it all the time. Brenda says, then there's the McCoy platter with the rooster on the bottom. McCoy platter. McCoy platter. McCoy is a well-known ceramic platter with rooster on the bottom. On bottom. And 30 would be ceramic cobalt bowl, where I always stash my keys so I can find them. Ceramic cobalt, which is a blue, I think, cobalt bowl. I'm going to put key stash. Is where she puts her keys. Where I put keys. We hang ours up on a hook, but I don't always get them hung up, and then I'm looking all around for my keys. They're saying hello to Riri. The small hinged metal box my cousin brought back from France, Mina says. I stashed my tea bags. So the small hinged metal box, and that's where she stashes tea bags. My Sonicare toothbrush. Sonicare toothbrush. I think this is interesting to hear the things that you guys enjoy, the little household items things. And it's a fun list. I think this is a fun list. 38, 39. I'm going to put 40 here just to get it on the page. Mina says, I stash a lot of stuff, don't I? Barbie said, it looks like a shepherd in a holiday play with all that wax paper. I don't know what she's talking about. A shepherd in a holiday play with all that wax paper. Seam rippers, Becky says. Seam rippers. Seam rippers. Dee Dee says, Rachel says, Dee Dee, the bars would go broke if I were there. A dismal drinker. Yeah. I am too. I don't, well, now I used to go to lunch when I was working, or not out to lunch so much because we didn't drink at lunch, but I did go to lunch when I was working, but we would get together every now and then for an evening meal. Colleagues would at work, and they'd order wine, not wine, wine. And I would try it just a little, but I'm not a drinker either. I don't mind it, and I do like to cook with it. Like when I make a roast, of course my brother makes all the roasts now, but I used to make a roast and put some red wine in there, or add it to a vegetable stew, something like that. I don't do that anymore. Edie said her heat gun. I've got the heat gun. Seam rippers. They're laughing. Brenda says, a marble music box Bo's uncle got in Italy when he stopped there on his way back from Germany when stationed during the Vietnam War. You turn a knob and it pops open. So a marble music box from, I'm going to put hubby's, DH's uncle, from Italy on way home from, see, that's got a story right there. I would love to see that marble box on the way home from Nam. And she says it, you turn a knob and it pops open. So you turn knob and pops open. Becky says it's a heavy duty. I was asking Becky about her all-metal sewing machine. She says it's a heavy-duty Singer machine. I remember Scott got that for her. I remember when she was showing it. So it's not really industrial, but it's heavy-duty. It could probably stitch things like jeans, and Becky makes these cute overalls. And so does Pam, too, made by Pam. Cute overalls. Lori says, I have a wooden spoon that's not really a spoon. I love it because my Don gave it to me for Christmas when he was little. Oh, a wooden spoon that's not a spoon. But She got it from Christmas. Is Don your son, Paint Girly? I'm going to put from son at Christmas. Has some sentimental value in there. I don't know who Don is. I think Don is her son, or is that your hubby? Well, when he was little, so that would have to be her son. Unless you knew your hubby when he was little. Aw, Lori, Dee Dee says. Nice. The silver ring my grandmother left me, which I never take off except to bathe or wash dishes. Oh, silver ring from grandmother. Now, I don't know if I don't have anything from my grandmother, but I've got this. She could be my grandmother. On my mother's side, her older sister could have been my grandmother. But she left me, and you know, it was just paste jewelry, but it was red and it had all these little silver blings in there. I thought that was the, you know, it was like this little square type necklace thing. And of course, I couldn't get it over my wrist now, but it was red and it had the silver bling in there. That came from my, and I do think my grandmother on my dad's side left me a pearl necklace, if I remember right, and I still have both of them. I've got them in Wisconsin. Someday I'll get all that stuff home. What did Lori say? Oh, she talked about the spoon that wasn't a spoon. Afghan, made by my great grandmother. Afghan, made by, see, we're getting the sentimental value in here. Great grandmother. And I was telling you guys, I think it was in the morning stream, great grandmother, that I brought some quilts home because I couldn't stand to put them in storage. And I have the quilt my grandmother gave me. I have the quilt that belonged to my oldest sister, which is more of a baby crib quilt. That was made by my mother on my grandmother on my dad's side. And I also have my younger brother's quilt that my grandmother made. And my brother has his quilt. I found it on the closet floor upstairs, and I took and put it across the banister. I'm thinking that I'm going to wash that, though, hand wash it when it gets nicer out and just put it out to dry, not put it in the, because she probably made those. My brother was born in 47. She probably made it in the early 40s. And let's see, my sister was born in 45, so it would be in the 40s probably that she made these quilts. And they're not quite antique yet, although old quilts that are 70 years old are getting there, aren't they? And then I have a quilt that I purchased when I was working that was made by the Amish people. I paid a pretty penny for that quilt. And it's a nice one. It's a very, very nice quilt. And then I have a lot of quilt toppers that my mother made. She made me a quilt when I went to college that's just like half squares, half of it's pink and half of it's black. And she sewed it with the machine, but you know, and it was kind of like a polyester material. It wasn't anything that she hand quilted or anything, but she finished it. And I used that thing all through my college years and through my working days. And I love it because it's so durable. I can wash it. And I think I brought that home too. I can't remember, but I should get those out and show you. Treadle sewing machine. What's a KitchenAid? A KitchenAid is a mixer, a stand mixer, Dee Dee. You know, a stand mixer. It goes off like this and has the bowl there. Oh, she's saying, I'm just kidding. Don't email me. I didn't know you were kidding. I thought you really wanted to know, Dee Dee. You guys are way ahead of me, probably. Brenda says, my Singer sewing machine, I need a shuttle for it. So the Singer sewing machine, is that like an old treadle machine? Is the shuttle look like a bullet type shuttle like that? And it holds the bobbin in there. The bobbin looks like this. We used to have those. The bobbin looks like that. And it fits into the little bullet, and then the bullet like that. Dee Dee, quit kidding. She says, don't email me. I was just being funny. Rachel says, I will have to leave the math wizardly drinking to the rest of you. Oh, Rachel. She's probably gone, but thanks for joining us, Rachel. She says, God bless you all, Meri. It's been fun. Thanks for popping in, Rachel. You're probably long gone, but Nashwa says, my antique china. Ooh, antique china. Ooh, how cool is that? Dee Dee says, later, Techo. Don't you love the sentimental items, Leah? Me too. That's a whisk, Meri. What? What's a whisk? The mixer? Are you making fun of my sketches? This is a potato matcher. That's a potato matcher. This is a shuttle bobbin. And these were my necklaces from my grandmother. I don't know what you think is a whisk. The KitchenAid. This is a whisk here. Whoops. Well, this is a whisk. That's a whisk. It's got. Dee Dee says, I know what a whisk is. I'm not sure what she means. That's a whisk, Meri. Dee Dee says, mine is March Uchida. I don't know what Uchida is. Marcy Uchida. Marvy. Linda says, my 50-plus potato masher. 50-year-plus potato masher. We're back to the potato mashers. What else is on here that page 2? We're ready for 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. I'm surprised you guys haven't said my scissors. My scissors. I love my scissors, my embroidery scissors. Mina says, Meri, what was the original color of my heat gun? It was a blue. You can still see it, kind of. Mine, I think, is cleaner than Dee Dee's, though. I think Dee Dee's is I think mine's cleaner than Dee Dee's. Dee Dee's is pretty messy. But, yeah, they quit making these Doris heat guns. Or the last time I looked for them. I don't know if they started them up again lately or not. I think when I looked, you could still get them on eBay. But I thought, well, I may be trading one bad heat gun for another. Excuse me while I slurp some pop here. I had leftover pizza and Fritos for supper tonight. I'm thirsty. I don't know what a Marvy Uchida is. What is a Marvy? And I'm probably pronouncing it Uchida. What is that, Dee Dee? Meri, oh, let's see. A Pyrex liquid measuring cups. Pyrex liquid measuring cups. I could see why you would like those. Glass ones. Mina says my toaster. Beck says the best place to get kitchen gadgets is an antique mall at the new stuff. All the new stuff is crap. Yeah. The new stuff, they just make it on the cheap, I think. Becky said, Afghans, my son crocheted for me. Oh, cool. Afghans. Brenda said that. Afghans, the son crocheted for her. He sent it wrapped up with a note not to open till birthday in November. I got it September the 2nd. He passed away on September 19th. I opened the package on the 20th. It was like a hug. Oh, that's so sweet, Brenda. So every time you, I don't know if you still have it out, but you could, if you need a hug, you can just hold on to that Afghan, wrap it around your shoulders. Leah says, I think I have an extra one of the Marvies. I don't know what Marvies are. A big mixer, Dee Dee. Oh, don't email me, Dee Dee says, I know what it is. It's a whisk. Oh, Brenda. Let's see. Brenda says, Allie, I have a Pyrex mixing bowl measuring cup. That was my grandmother's. Dee Dee says, Becky, I know. I was kidding. Don't email me. Brenda says, I still use Revere pots. Mom got them when she got married. Is it the.meri? No, it's an air fryer. It bakes, roast, and dehydrator. An air fryer. We're talking about a KitchenAid. She says, no, it's an air fryer. It bakes and it roasts and it dehydrates. A Marvy does? The Marvy does? Is that what you're talking about? Barbie says, I'm going to snuggle in for the night. Good night, Barbie. I'm getting up early to peek at some yard sales. Oh, you guys, they're having a citywide garage sale close to here. It's more of a county-wide one. I want to go so bad. But my brother, it's tomorrow. It's going to be cold here tomorrow. So I think I'm going to stay home. I can go to garage sales. I need to clean up around here. My brother got worried about, we had a hailstorm the other night. I didn't think it was that bad. But my brother said there's roofing going on all over town. People working on their roofs. So he called a construction guy who's going to come and look at it tomorrow. And I need to be here because my brother's deaf. So I don't think I'll go garage sailing tomorrow. But boy, Barbie, I'm sure tempted to go. She says there's some garage sales tomorrow. But I've got enough. I really don't need any. If I was thinking if there would be yarn out there, I would sure like to go garage sailing, but another day. They're saying goodnight to Barbie. Dee Dee says, I don't know either, Barbie. She's laughing. Wireless earbuds. I can't get them to work on my phone. I can't get them to sync. So I did get that little, I got a little, like, here's my phone. Here's my snart phone. And then here's the port here. This is the, and there's a little thing and it goes, it's just like a little extender thing. And you put your earbuds in here. This plugs into the port. And then you can put the charger in over here. And then it has another one over here that you can put in earbuds that have the, the ear things, the headphones. I don't like those myself. I would rather have something I can put in my ear, but there's another story to that. But I found it the other day. I lost it and I couldn't find it for the longest time. The first one I ordered was dead. And I was going to return it. And the guy at the company says, I'll bet you got a bad one. He said, just, you know, he worked it out with Amazon. He said, just tell Amazon you got a bad one and they'll send you another one. And so I told Amazon I got a bad one and they said, we can't do anything about it. It's all the vendor thing. And I said, well, he told me to call you. And eventually I got a replacement one and it works fine. I've been using it. Okay, what else are we at here? The forever lovely Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. Kathy said she's slow stitching, so she's lurking. Kathy Calico Kate. Brenda said, except for my Bucky's, Tumbler, and Afghan, everything I'd call a favorite are old things that hold memories. Yes. Got a lot of memories, and the older you get, the more memories you get. Wireless earbuds. Sure. Anything that you use around the house, you use your earbuds around the house. Wireless earbuds. Riri says her coffee press. Coffee press. I used to have one of those. Is it like a French press thing? It comes in a tall glass. You can go. Shh, shh, shh. Brenda says, my dishwasher. It's 57 years old and it still works. It also sweeps and does laundry. Really? Fairly good cook, too. I've only had it 27 years. I call it Bo. Oh, 57-year-old dishwasher. Bo is her husband. I was going to have a dishwasher that sweeps and does laundry and cooks. It's her hubby. Snowblower. Allie K says her snowblower. Don't typo my son. Don typo from my son. Don typo from my son. I think Don is her son. She was talking about getting an Afghan or a spoon that really wasn't a spoon. Brenda says, I'll get Bo to make the music box, take the music box down from the top of the kitchen cabinets so I can take pictures. It's more of a music tower than a box. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, you're gonna take that dishwasher, 57-year-old dishwasher and that sweeps and does the laundry and cooks, and you're gonna send him up to the top of your cabinet to get the music box for us. Okay. Brenda says the dulcimers and mountain banjos my dad made. Wow, dulcimers and mountain banjos. Mountain banjos. You've got some treasures, Brenda. Dad made. Tupperware strainer, the iconic yellow one. Tupperware, iconic yellow strainer. You know, I got it at the dollar store, and it's like a 8-inch skillet, and it's copper colored. Have you guys bought those? And I really like it because our skillets that we have do not make good French toast. But this I can put in there, and I don't know if it's just the nature of the copper or what it is, but it makes really good French toast. So I'm going to put my copper skillet. That's for me. I got it at the dollar store. I think I paid $10 for an 8 or 9 inch one, and I think the bigger one is like $20. They sell them at the dollar store. I like mine. Brenda says, I need to get some strings for one of the dulcimers and play it. My aunt sent me a quilt made by my great-grandmother. She had it redone with bright pink back and binding. I wish she'd left it as is. Yeah, probably thought she was doing a good thing. And Brenda said, yes, it has a bullet shuttle. We were talking about the shuttle for the sewing machine that she needs. I know this is how my mom had a machine, and this is how we wound the bobbin, old treadle machine, and then you put it in this casing that looked like a bullet. Oh, Leah says, I have one of those potato mashers. She thought the potato masher was a whisk. Oh, is that what she thought? She thought my potato masher looked like a whisk? No, this is a whisk. And this is a potato masher. Dee Dee, quit making fun of my sketches. They look just fine to me. Mary, my heat gun is a Marvy. Oh, really? So that Marvy, you try to, really? It's not your heat gun that looks like this is a Marvy? Really? Yours looks just like mine. Your heat gun? You must have more than one heat gun. Is Dee Dee still here? So a Marvy, let me write this on here. A Marvy UCHIDA is a heat gun. I'll have to go look those up. Mine's going to give out on me one of these days. Scissors, of course, Allie K says. How could we forget that? Allie K says glue stick and Scotch tape. Oh, speaking of Scotch tape, one of my favorite things is Dollar Tree two-sided tape. I buy it by the bushel. If I can get a hold of it, I buy about 5 of them when I go shopping. I don't go to Dollar Tree every time I go shopping, though. But when I need to go to Dollar Tree, I pick up about 5 packages of that double-sided tape. My brother says, you don't need any more. And I said, they're going to quit making it someday. I'm stashing it. Of course, it's $1.25 now. But that's one of my favorite things. And I think I was watching Barb Owen for a little, and she was talking about Nick the Booksmith. If you go out to her Amazon list, she's got some type of double-sided tape there that Barb Owen likes. She says she's happy with it. It's an off-brand. She said it's not score tape. It doesn't have the printing on the inside. But I like my Dollar Tree stuff. Let's see, what else? Am I way behind you guys? Ballpoint pen. Oh. Well, I like my Pen Plus Gears, but they're harder to find. Pen Plus Gears. And I like my S-Gel pens, bold S-Gel pens. You're giving me ideas, Allie K. Bold S-Gel pens. That's what I'm using here. We're going to end this pretty soon. Ninja Foodie is an air fryer. Oh, Allie K says a Ninja Foodie is an air fryer that bakes and roasts. Really? I didn't know that. Now, Rhonda was telling me you could get a toaster oven. You can get an air fryer that's also a toaster oven. Maybe that's what the Ninja Foodie is. Air fryer that bakes and roasts, etc. Oh, that's interesting. I don't have an air fryer. I should get me one just to see what it it's all about, because they're not that expensive. Air fryers are not that expensive. We just never bought one. Brenda says, I do have it out along with the other things he made. And I have some things my other kids have made. A lap quilt that my youngest made about 30 years ago. Wooden toys that my girls made. We're going to put wooden toys that girls made. And I'm just jotting this down just for the fun of it. So I like reading this. Brenda says, I have sack dolls that my daughters made. I'm going to put wooden toys and sack dolls. The first when she was 4, the last when she was 16. I can see them from where I'm sitting. And with them are flower fairies that they made. Aww. Mina says, a Christmas ornament my mother gave me when I was 7. I still have it. I keep it on the shelf. Christmas ornament. From mother. When I was 7. Dee Dee says, my heat gun, it's way older than the Doris. I don't think they make Marvies anymore. Well, they don't make Dorises anymore either. Oh, so what's with the heat gun business? They're going out of business, the Marvies and the Dorises. Oh, I'm at the end. Scotch tape, Allie K says. Not scotch the drink. Fix that number 63. What did I say? Oh, scotch. I got scotch. Scotch tape. I got it fixed, Allie. Good night, Becky. Who is she saying good night to? Did Becky say good night to somebody or is she leaving? Becky says good night. My heat gun is way older. The dishwasher. I think Becky's saying good night. Leah says good night, Becky. Kathy says she's heading to bed. Good night, all. That's why we'll end this here. That's why I wanted to do the list while you guys were in here, because I enjoy these group lists because I get to sit and chat with you guys. You guys, I don't care. All kidding beside about math and everything else. You guys cheer me up. You guys cheer me up. So all I had to plan tonight, it's almost 9 o'clock. I'm only going to go until 10. And all I wanted to do was work on this shadow box. And so we're going to take these squares. And I'm going to look for, and I had them out here. But what did I do with them? I piled paper on top of everything. Where are they? We'll try these first. And I just want to see what I can find to fit those squares. And I got plenty of fussy cuts. And I want to make shadow box. And if this becomes a thing, I'm going to make a whole journal of them. And what did I do here? Looks like something in here. It's sticky. What did I do in here? These are smaller. There's a clock. I want something that's like 3.5 to fit in those squares. It's a potato masher. I mean, not a potato masher, a grater. Little tins. I'm thinking more stuff like this. I might have to cut it down a little. That would fit. Let's pull that out. And there's some dishes here. And here's an old phonograph. It's a little bit too tall. Some suitcases or cases. Oh, the typewriter we might be able to fit in there. Let's pull that out. Now, what do we have here? Oh, there's a picture. I have to fussy cut around it. I only need 6 and maybe some little things to fit. This is an older package of fussy cuts. I was fussy cutting a dishware book here. These are cool. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I want to use the dishes. Ooh. I got a kitty cat and another kitty. And we could do this clock is on a key that looks like a wall art. An old desk. Some more kitties. I haven't looked at this stuff for the longest time. Dishes. Let's see what I have here. Ooh, this would work. That would work. This might work. Some suitcases. Here's a small country sampler alphabet type thing. What that is. Here's some more letters. Might be able to fit those in one. That'll work. A little picture. Little boy. I might have it here. I'm just going through my fussy cuts here. See, I think now this is the wrong size, but this is kind of like what I want to do with the Shadowbox. And I got a whole bunch of page numbers. And yeah. Talking about drinking, here's your goblet. Daddy was a Watkins dealer. Drinks. Look at this. Isn't this cool? I fussy cut that out. And it's a wall clock. And I think the rest of this, here's a glass. Clock. Looks like it came off the top of a page here. And let's see, what else do I have in here? Got some pages I didn't cut. Watches. Okay. A little family circus. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful for spaceship skies. There's a journal. It's another vase. I'll have to have a big square for these. And I think this is just holding fussy cut shoes. I like history and thinking about how people lived when things were simpler. That's what that quote says. Looks like billiard balls and a whole tray of dolls. All right, I think I'm ready to put this back. I think I've found enough. Let's just pile this all in a pile and put it back in the sack. Got a stack of books here. Got a stack of books. All right, let's just see what kind of luck I have putting this stuff back in here. squares. Wait, what does this say? Don't ruffle my feathers. Little bird thing. I don't want to put all my squares. I'll probably inevitably lose one. I don't think I put any in there yet. I have fussy cuts all over the place. I like my fussy cutting. That's what I've been doing the last few days is I've been fussy cutting. This is an older fussy cut package. I cut up this book of ceramic and dishware. All right, hold the phone. I'm just about done here. There's the other square. What's this? Shoes. And these I'm going to keep out for a minute until I decide what I want to put on these 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll just put that back inside. I don't know what that is. I like this saying. So we're going to cut this to size and put it in 1 square. And here's a clock. That could go in 1. These are shadow boxes. And I like these little people. I got 2. I might have to cut it down a little. So I can put these in 1. And I like this poster. I might have to cut it down just a little. And what else? I've got these alphabet blocks. I got 2 of them here. And I'll have a little, I don't know about those. And I like this photograph, this oval. Now, let's see. I don't know. I don't know about those. I could cut this down. I get it off of there. Cut one of these down. So I think I'm going to go with those. And I'll put these all back in my bag for now. And let's just cut those to fit. And when I do my fussy cutting, ooh, I do have this typewriter though. How, is that too big? I could use that blue one. Let's cut out that blue one. I think I like it better than the suitcases. I'll fussy cut it out. I'm just rough cutting it now. I think I like it better. All right. I'll put these away. All right. So I'm going to cut this down because I like the saying. I like history and thinking how people lived when things are simpler. So let me put all of these off to the side here and get my trimmer out. And let's see. I cut it right here. You can't see, but there's a very faint blue line there, a little pattern. Cut that down. And I'm not perfectionist. So if it doesn't, if it's a little off, it's a little off. And there, that's pretty good. So that's going to go on one like that. And I might put these down with double-sided tape. It seems to be the cleanest way. Let's see how good I can cut this. I'm not real good at cutting circles or ovals. I want to thank you guys for coming tonight. I had a good time doing that list. So good to get to know you guys through the lists. I like the list because I'm talking to you, and even though I'm way behind what you guys are saying, but it's a way you guys can, rather than me just sitting here and talking at you, I think it's more participatory on your part because you guys are telling me all sorts of things like your favorite household items. All right, so this is going to go on one. That's going to be cool. And this one I'll have to cut down a little. Just thought of you. Frank Capono, Capano, C-A-P-A-N-O. Music by Marjorie Norris. Let's see if I cut it at 3 1/4 here, so I can cut maybe about 2 3/4. And I'll still have enough on here. So there's 3. And I want to do these little tykes here. And I can almost just get them on like that and maybe leave just, maybe I might need to trim this just a teeny bit over here. Like that. So there's 4. And I was going to do the wall clock here. And I think I'll leave the board. Let's see, it's set at, looks like it's about 20 till 5. I'm just going to put it like that. That's why I made them square, so I don't have to figure out the width and the length here. And then my last one is just going to be the typewriter. And I think I'm going to use double-sided tape. This actually goes pretty fast once you get going. Let's fussy cut this guy out. Yeah, I like the list because I feel like we're chatting more as a group. I don't do lists all the time, but I like it when we do because it's a fun thing to do, and I get to know you guys a little better. I forget most of it, so never fear there. I gotta, well, my memory isn't that bad, but I tend to remember important things, but you know, things in chat and stuff like that, I don't carry that around with me. Like when I help my brother order his pills from the VA, he tells me his social security number. I never remembered. It goes in one ear and out the other. So I just have him sit with me and we do the ordering of the pills when it comes to the Social Security number. I say, what was that again? There. All right. So there's all 6 of them. Now I'm going to put them in here. And I was watching Barb Owen. She was making these butterflies. And she used tape on it. And then she used a pin to where she didn't get her tape. She would put a pin. She'd put some glue on a pin, a needle pin, a thin pin, and fix her fussy cut that way. And I thought that was very clever. Hi, Sharon Lombard. Welcome, welcome. Good night, Teresa. I didn't even see you come in. She says, have a good night. Oh, I don't think I even said hello to her. Teresa. I miss, and you know, the other person I usually miss is Lisa Conway. Will come in and I'll look up and she's saying good night, everybody. I might have to trim that off a little. So I can't trim it. I got it a little crooked. There. Now let's just put a piece in the center. And then she says to buffer it down. I'm not so good at buffering my tape. I cuss it out instead. What I did with my use the back of this. What I did with my score, I think I had it out this morning. And it's probably buried over here. My score. I don't know what I did with it. Let's take a pen and remove the release paper. Riri says she's pooped. Good night, Riri. It's so good to see you. I owe you a tassel. Mina said, gift that tassel I won to Riri. And they're all sitting over here on my desk. It's good to see you, Riri. I think I'll just put it smack dab in the center. Or thereabouts. Because I just want it to, yeah, we're going to do these pretty simple tonight. I think Dee Dee probably left. Let's see, Brenda said, the list making was fun, Meri. It's making a human connection, not just idly listening or watching. Yeah, it's the participation. And I get to talk to you guys. And, you know, even though I'm way behind when I'm writing, I like the lists. And, you know, I keep them, but very rarely do I go back and read them all. One of the lists I made was what to do with a blank sheet of paper. Oh my goodness. And I think I did type it out and put it on my community tab, but it's way back. It's way back then. Whoops. Come on. And this is the clock. And it goes like this. Because the 12's up at the top. So we're just going to put it like that. Just very simple tonight. When I get to doing those other smaller pieces, I'll probably have different shapes of squares, but these will be very, very simple. I should get this done tonight. What time is it? 9:15? I should get them done. Let's do this one first. And that's really all I have planned for tonight. I'm not going to go all night. I used to go all night into 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I haven't done that for a while. I get tired the next day. I will say we put off our Fourth Art Saturday, was supposed to be tomorrow, but I haven't been up to par health-wise. You know, I've been cold and had a cold and my shoulder hurt and all of that poor me stuff. And I didn't get my playlist made. But so we're going to do it next Saturday. We're going to do it next Saturday, but it'll be the last one. We're not going to do Fourth Art Saturday anymore. I think we're kind of petering out on it. Did I get that crooked? I sure enough did. I wonder if I can get that off. Let's see if I can get it off. Well, so far so good. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this better. So next Saturday will be the last hop. And I'll probably do other things, but I kind of need a break myself from it. And the people that have been hopping have been so, like Janet Nash and Jamie and Roy have been so diligent in getting videos out to me. And you know, that can become a chore after a while, even though it's only once a month. It can become a job. Is it that time of the month already? Oh. And I have maybe some hops, but very few year-long projects last too much longer than a year. I'm happy that it lasted as long as it did, but I just sensed that everybody was getting tired. And I'm going to pull this over just a bit more. Can't see where I'm going. So I just decided to give it a break. There we go. Got to get the little ones in here. So we've got these so far. And, you know, I could put some gold trim on this. I don't know if I want to or not. I just want them kind of simple this time. And we'll do all messing around when I have more time. When I feel better. When I feel more like it. And I'm just going to put one in the center. And one on the edge. I'm going to do podcasts at least once a week. And if I get more ideas, I'm making a list of things I want to talk about. A podcast is mostly, you can have visual podcasts. And kind of mine is visual. I'm working on a Tunisian crochet project that I'm making a phone holder that I'm making my own little design of it to accommodate me. Let's pull this up and over a little. And I only wanted to work on it while I was doing my podcast, so it's sitting out there. But I think I'm going to do those on Sunday mornings, or at least release them on a Sunday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get these. We got 2 more here. Put the oval one in here. And last week was my first one, and I talked about the U in YouTube. The U in YouTube, and I was initially going to call it, has YouTube lost its U? But I think I made it the U in YouTube. And I made it more YouTube related. How you have to go listen to it. So I released it last Sunday. And I've got a playlist, a podcast playlist. If you look up there around where my community tab and everything is, they put the podcast as its own tab. And I really like that they did that. I've only got one in there because I've only done one so far. But I'm just going to chatter away, something like what I'm doing now, but about different topics. And most of it will be art related, but not everything. It'll be YouTube related, or I might talk about something completely different. It's just going to be, it's not going to follow the same. It's just me chattering. I might talk about my yard work. I might talk about garage sales or Goodwill bins, or, you know, who knows. This is my last one. I got a list for at least a half year, and I'm making, if I can get more than a year, 52 weeks in a year, I'll do some more than one a week. But right now I've only got a half year ideas for a half year so far. You know, Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, I like listening to her. Now, I don't think she might have made it a podcast, but her sat chats are really fun to listen to. And she'll get in there and, you know, she'll talk about different things. I like to listen to Lindsay's sat chat. She calls them sat because she puts them on Saturday mornings, sat chats. All right, now let's see if I can fit these on that piece of paper that I put up here. And let's see how I want to put them. I've only got 6 of them. I want this maybe up in the upper right. I like history and thinking about how people lived when things were simpler. And I think I'll put this lady next to it. Then we want to leave at least an inch over here. So I want to put it right in there and right there. And I think I'll put the clock down here. I like a little color, so I'll put it right in here. Maybe move it down just a little. Yeah, I think 3 1/4 is about the right size. And shall I put the other colored one in the center? I think I will. And then the little black and white people down here, the little ones. Oh, they're wearing plaid dresses. I love little girls in plaid dresses. And I'm going to call this my shadow box. It's kind of like a 2-dimensional shadow box. Now, I've done other shadow boxes in the past, but kind of like this. And I'll do different shapes. I might do some where I'm flipping it and going landscape. All right, so what I want to do now, what time is it? It's not even 9:30 yet. I want to put tape on these. Boy, I'm thirsty. Pizza and Fritos, a lot of salt. All right, we're just going to tape them all first. the list making, I never made lists until I started watching Dee Dee, her Society of Idea Collectors. She taught us how to make lists. And I enjoyed it so much, I started making lists in here with you guys, and that was even more fun. Dee Dee will, when she does her society, if you watch some of her older Society of Idea Collectors, you'll see where she's doing lists and people contribute to them. That's where I got list making, was from our Dee Dee. She was the inspiration. I got so much I need to get done, but I'm getting kind of tired myself. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, so I've gone, what, 16 hours? That gets a little tiresome. I'm getting tired myself. Hi, Cheryl. How are you doing? Sharon's here. Brenda. Allie K says, good night, Riri. Good to see you, Cheryl. How are you doing? Mina. Got a few of you left in here talking to me. Usually about this time, people start getting tired, although it says there's 29 of you here. So you're here, maybe you might up in the balcony or something. I go up in the balcony a lot and tat and crochet. I was up in the balcony, and whose chat was it? I was up in the balcony. Was that Lisa's? No, I just glanced at Lisa. It's up in the balcony. Was it Dee Dee? I don't know. Let me get a drink of water. Riri says she's going to bed. Sharon popped in. Teresa, I didn't see Teresa come in. Leah, I've done these shadow boxes before. And I'll have to look up some of my older videos. Let's do this one and bend this tape back a little. That's my first one. So I'm going to leave. You can see there's an inch here on my board here, my tabletop. I'm going to leave an inch because I'm going to poke holes in it. Maybe just 3 prongs. I don't. And this is just cardstock. I'm going to fold this tape back a little onto itself. But I think most of the shadow, I did one, yeah, I did them on larger paper, like 14 by 17 or something like that. I did an alphabet one, and I did one out of my history book. But it's been a long time. So I'm going to leave an inch here. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball this and hope I am leaving enough. I think I am. And I'm just going to eyeball it and put it in like that. And I think it's easier to make a shadow box by putting on these on squares first and putting them down. I was building, on my other ones, I was building strips, like pieces of wood, only I'd have strips of paper. But it gets a little hard to do that. Now, let's do this one. And after I got my measurements figured out, next time I won't figure my measurements out online. I might do one that's 2 by 2, and I might do some tiny ones. Let's see, I need to make sure I have enough room. I do. So I'm just going to kind of place it. I'm kind of eyeballing it, putting these in. And I'm calling them shadow boxes. I might draw a line here so it looks more like a shadow box. We'll see. Let me do it here first. I want the colored ones in the center. I want this one up here. So let's do this one. This is so weird to me. It goes like, verses 12. IX, XI, I. This is the 12 here. So it's 9, 10, 11, 12. So it has to go this way. Make sure I get my clock hung right. Otherwise, they'll say, what time is it? I don't know. I have to twist my head to see it. All right. Okay. And I'm just going to put it right down in here. Now, these should be easier because I've already got these, so I just have to get them placed. You know, and I could do the back too of this because I want it, it's going to be a journal and I want it to flip. So not tonight, but the next time I do this, I'll work on the back of this sheet. And the other thing I was thinking that on the back of this, I could, some of these, I could put those full page colored pieces that I hesitate to fussy cut up. All right, let's put it in here. I'm going to have plenty of room over on the other side, so we're just going to put it in as neat as I can. And then I want the two colored squares in the center for some reason. And we'll put that one right down in. There. It's a little off, but not too bad. I don't know if I can pick it up now. I'm not going to try it. It's a little off here. It's a little wider over there. Oh, well. Oh, well, she said. It's Meri doing it. If it isn't off someplace, it's not Meri's best work. All right, and we'll do this one right in here. Right like that. I'm liking that. Let's get rid of all my little pieces here. Oh, I saved this out. I won't use it. It says, don't ruffle my feathers. Put my pencil back. My tape over here where I keep it. Throw my scraps away. Now, I think I want to... I don't know what I did with that pen I was using this morning. That's not it. Paintbrush. I guess I'll use a Sharpie. It's a fine point, but I guess that'll be okay. I want to do a line. Maybe I'll do it this way. And let's bring us down. Right down in here. I want to make sure I get it straight. To move it over. No, I want it. About like that. About like that. And I'm just going to go from here yeah, it's not going to be perfect. And you can't see it because it was too thin of a line. I want my darker marker. These are fine point. I could try it with a metallic. Silver. Let's try it. I can only goof it up. I can only goof it up. It's just a piece of paper. It's just paper. It's not showing up all that great. I guess I need white. Yeah, that's okay. Kind of gives it a shadow effect. And you guys can you see that line there? I see it pretty good here, but it's not perfect. It's like it's soaking into the paper. And this is going to be really close to the top. Now, I think I'll come down the center. I don't know how close I am to that other side, but we'll see. Yeah, I got pretty close there. I'll have to mark these off before I put my squares in. This is just playing anyway. gives it a little more of a, but I can't find my black pen that I was using this morning. Aggravates me. Let's try this. Let's see how this writes. Oh, I was going to do this lady. Oh, well. I'll put her back. Let's see how this... It's kind of dry. Got S-gel pens. I don't know how a red would look on there. It's a nice red marker, though. Let's see what I can do. This is a Faber-Castell marker. Just kind of gets a little shadow to that. Don't know if you got it. It feels like this ink is soaking into the paper. It does. It feels like that ink is soaking right in. These are just getting dry. I have a whole bunch that are getting dry on me. That one might be good. Let's try this. Mary's not done playing. I've got a few minutes left. There. I kind of like that. Gives it some depth. Let's do it in here. Just in sections. To there. And there. Yeah. I'm liking that. And let's go on the inside of this one. I'm going to miss my pen plus gears. I'm going to have to, I ordered some Sharpies, but they're all fine point. I'm going to have to get me some medium point Sharpies. Riri sent me a box of pens. I need to get those out. Bless her heart. And I mean that in the good sense of the word. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Just adds a little shadow. Adds a little shadow to them. Because it's a shadow box. And I can't get much more up here at the top. And I'll put a really fine line in there. There. Now, I guess I'll leave it because I want it simple, but I was thinking gold on these would look nice, but I think I'll leave it. It's not perfect, but it's a Shadowbox page, and I'll just continue working on these as I see fit. And when I'm doing my fussy cutting, I'll start thinking about filling boxes of the Shadowbox. So we did this tonight, and we did the list, and I'm working on postcards. I worked on postcards this morning. These aren't the ones I did. I wanted to do with the ones that I did. They got buried. Where are they? They're in here someplace. They got buried. I'll have to clean all this off. I'm not going to do it here. But I am working on postcards. And I get those sent out too. Alrighty. It is 9:47. And so I want to say good night to everybody. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for spending your Friday night with me. I had a good time this evening. Brenda, Cheryl says, sorry, my eyes must be tired. What did Brenda? Sarah, we have rain and a little lightning and thunder. Very little chance of tornadoes. We've had 2 on March 1st and the 31st. Luckily, we had no injuries. Well, that's good. Just property damage. Good night, Sherry. Thanks for coming. And thank you all for spending Friday night with me. My camera's a little crooked here. Sorry about that. So tomorrow's Saturday. Gosh, don't ask me who's on Saturday. I think Lori comes on Saturday, or is it Sunday? I forgot who comes on Saturday except for Beth Schuler. I got Beth Schuler down. She comes on at 6 o'clock Eastern time. I know that for sure. I forgot all the Saturday mornings and afternoons. I'll be back. I might do, well, I'm going to do a podcast, but that'll be a standalone video. That won't be live. And I'll be back Sunday night for sure. I might come on Sunday morning early, but that's iffy. It depends on how I feel. So good night, everybody. Have a really good weekend. Go out, enjoy. Just enjoy your life. Just enjoy your life. Good night.